Well, good morning. It is tournament morning. Championship, Fiishers of Men Championship for Mississippi and Louisiana on Ross Barnett, putting in at the Madison ramp this morning. It is dark and early. Had a little rain a little while ago. Hadn't rained here in 3 months, and the day we have a tournament, it's going to rain. That's about right, isn't it, Dave? Got my buddy Dave right here. Can y'all see Dave? Where's Dave?
There you go. Let's do this.
All right. Somebody forgot his rain jacket this morning. It wasn't me. Anyway, we are going to try to get it done today. Fishing's been tough, but for me, Barnett's always tough. So there's definitely a challenge, but hey, we get to go fishing. So try to update you during the day, get some things going, hopefully, once we get to where we're going to fish. The wind's going to blow pretty good after lunch, so we're going to try to make our way back down the main lake. Make sure we have plenty of time to get back, because this pond of water can get rough when that wind blows, especially when it's blowing right down the lake out of the north like it's supposed to do. So we're praying for certainly safety, that's the main thing, and a big sack of fish. If we can catch a big sack of fish by about 8:30, we may go get a biscuit somewhere, or not, but that would be cool. It could happen. Probably won't, but it could. So this morning, what do we think about this morning? We think about, all right, it hadn't rained, we need some rain. It's uncomfortable when when things are not like we wish they were. Those big loud diesel trucks. So it's cloudy, good fishing day. People might say, oh man, I wish the sun would shine. That just goes to show that we're rarely satisfied with what we have. You know, Paul had learned, as he says in Philippians 4:11, he had learned to be content. He didn't automatically become content. It wasn't something that God just did in his heart immediately when he saved him. He learned to be content, and we need to learn to be content as well. It's something that's learned by trial and error. A lot of times we don't do what we should, don't do things as well as we should or as much as we should, but we learn, and that's one of the things that the Bible teaches us, is that we're all in a process of becoming. Paul used the language, the phrase, in the process of being saved. We are being saved. It's a settled issue, but it's a continual growth issue, and we will one day recognize it in its completeness when we stand before the Lord. And so it's a process, and contentment is a process. We learn to be content. We are often uncomfortable, but that's sometimes good for us. If everything was rainbows and unicorns with no adversity, we wouldn't have much strength to deal with what life throws at us. But we know that life is difficult, so we learn to be content. Paul said he's learned to be content in whatever state he's in. He knew what it was like to have plenty. He knew what it was like to not have enough. He knew what it was like to be very comfortable. He knew what it was like to be extremely uncomfortable. But he was content. And that's why he says in Philippians 4:13 that he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. That doesn't mean he can win a ball game or run a race faster or be stronger than somebody else. He's learned to be content, so he can do all things. He can deal with whatever comes his way because of Christ, only because of Christ. Well, it's about 6:05. We're going to blast off in about 25 minutes. Most of the boats are in the water, some are still getting in the water. We're going to sign off for now, and next time we see you, hopefully we'll be putting some fish in the boat. Y'all be blessed. Pastor Keith, Faith and Fishing, signing off.